Hello, everyone. Joe Biden, President Joseph Biden, Joe Biden. He's going to lose this election. A lot of people are mad. They're getting mad at me. I'm really upset that Trump's going to win. Like that's my fault somehow. Okay, I see what you're saying now. You've been saying it for 2 years, David. I get it. Okay, Biden's going to lose. Okay, yeah, right. He's going to lose. But my question is, if you're upset about Biden losing, did you do anything to help him win? Are you going to help him towards the end here? Could be a miracle. A miracle could happen. Today there was a shooting, I guess, at a Trump rally. Ooh, scary. I know a lot of people out there, and I'm not joking, they would hope that perhaps Biden, I don't want to say it in an incorrect way, they would hope that Biden's main opponent was no longer able to proceed. Let's just put it that way. We don't want to say anything of violence or anything like that, but there are a lot of people out there that would hope that he was no longer. There was, I reported that I didn't think it was correct that they took the photo of John F. Kennedy in his limousine and they took his head off and they put Trump's head on there with blood coming out of the head. I thought that was incorrect. You shouldn't do that to any person. For number one, it's disrespectful to John F. Kennedy. Disrespectful to the Democrats, disrespectful to Trump, the Republican, disrespectful to the United States of America. So if you did that, you know what you are. Hopefully you can reach up and flush yourself. Please do so. If that was you that put it out there, please go ahead and flush yourself down the toilet. Please subscribe also. Before you go, subscribe and then we don't need you really anywhere. Do we really need a person like that anywhere? I don't think we do. But Joe Biden, people are angry at me. Like I jinxed him. You jinxed him. No, he'll win my state. I live in California. He's going to win California. It's not my state. I don't own it. But now they're talking about New York. Could possibly this election be a toss-up state? Yeah, that's how good Trump has done in New York and how poorly Joe Biden has done. But my question is this. Let's say you live in one of the states that's for sure going to go to Joe Biden. Let's just go with that first, and then we'll go nationwide. So California, let's say Oregon, Washington. Do they say Hawaii? They usually say New York, not Texas. But the states that are definitely going to be voting for him, you're going to say, I supported Biden. I voted for him. Okay, that's great. Good job. Way to go. You are so groovy from the 60s and the 70s. And you are so whatever, neato, whatever you are. You are just a great person. You're boss, B-O-S. Remember that B-O-S-S? You're boss. So yeah, you're great. You are really, really, really great. You're the greatest. You're the coolest. You're the whatever it is. You are whatever it is. You are the best. So you are doing the same thing everyone else is doing in California, Oregon, Washington, Hawaii. You're doing nothing. Yeah, you did nothing. You did nothing. You did nothing. Nothing. That'd be like if people say, well, I supported that quarterback. Well, you know that Patrick Mahomes guy, or John Elway, or Joe Montana, or any of these guys. I supported them because when they were young, I gave them a football. I gave the guy a football. He had 380 other footballs, but my football was there as well. So in other words, you did nothing to help that quarterback, and you're doing nothing to help your quarterback. Let's go, Joe. Remember, he almost played football for the Naval Academy. He gave up a professional football career to become your president of the United States. So this Joe Biden guy, he's going to lose. He's going to lose. CNN is reporting they think it might be a landslide at the top one and then trickling down and just boom, 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 boom. Whenever you have an opportunity to vote for Trump or for a Republican, you will do so, and all the Democrats are going to lose. That's what CNN was saying today. CNN predicts a landslide. They do. They predict a landslide. Now, what is Barbara Streisand going to do? She's going to move to Canada. Yeah. What's Cher going to do? Pop! She's going to shoot herself in the head. That's what she said. I'm going to shoot myself in the head. And I think, was it Rob Reiner or one of them? They said, there's a kitty. They said that if Trump wins, now it's when Trump wins, he is going to set himself on fire. Does he mean that he's going to do something like get a candle and put some of the candle wax on his finger and say, look, mommy, look what I did? I don't believe that this guy, I think it was Rob Reiner, it could have been somebody else. He's now saying Trump's going to win. Cher says Trump's going to win. Michael Moore says it. Michael Douglas says it. George Clooney says it. You know, a lot of people say it now, and a lot of people don't say it, but they think it, like Whoopi Goldberg and those kind of people. They may not be saying it out loud, but that's what they believe. So I don't think he's going to burn himself. Well, I don't think so. Maybe he'll get a sunburn. Maybe Rob Reiner will take his big fat butt outside and fall asleep on his tum-tum, and his butt's going to burn. I don't know. Rob Reiner, put some sunscreen on your butt. But will these people do this? No. What are they doing to help? What are they doing now? Now, Barbara Streisand and them, they can, there you go, and put a check out. George Clooney tried to have this big, fundraiser, and now he says, Joe, you got to go. Yeah, George said, Joe, go. And then what about that stenophagus guy, George, the other one? He says he can't do 4 years. Yeah. The people that were saying, let's go, Joe, are now saying, hey, you got to go, Joe. Go see if Corn Pop wants a fight at the swimming pool. But what they're saying now is he's going to lose. He's going to lose. What did you do to support him? I know a lot of you will cry when he loses. But what are you doing to help him now before the inevitable happens here in, 4 months? So Biden's going to lose. I was talking to a lady that I know that she's from the Veterans Administration Hospital, and what they do is they work with people that have weight issues right here, that have diabetes right here, and help us with our mindfulness and some ways to, like you see a big image of a bowl this big full of Hershey's Kisses that you want to eat, and you close your eyes and you imagine that 3 stalks of celery cut up, that's the same thing. You try to trick yourself. I don't find it too successful, because usually I know the difference between celery. You get little strings in the teeth, and chocolate. The Hershey's Kisses, you get that little white paper, and it was yummy. That was just one particular candy. I was not singling out them, but maybe you would, instead of eating maybe a cup of Greek yogurt, maybe you want to eat 4 bowlfuls of Captain Crunch. My favorite Captain Crunch, personally, is a regular. Some people like the ones with the crunch berries and the peanut butter. I guess while in Rome or whatever, if someone had a big bowl full of the peanut butter one, perhaps I would partake. But what's going to happen here is some of you out there would like Joe Biden to win. He ain't going to win. Are you okay with that? But this one lady, she is a mental health nurse, and her sister is a psychologist. She has her PhD in psychology. I think, did she go to somewhere here? Was it Pepperdine? I don't know. One of those kind of schools. And she has her doctorate in that. And they're already getting an uptick in people suffering from anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. Not just the VA. They were doing I don't know if it was a clinical trial, but they were doing a study of what makes a person bingy. Not bingy, it's not bingy of the dog. Or the poor kid who just died from, he wasn't a kid anymore, but he was the kid on Alf, Benji, he died. But they want to know what makes people do these things. It's harmful. What makes a person use cocaine? What makes a person overeat? What makes a person overdrink? What makes a person, there's a lot of different things that people do smoke. And they want to know why they do that. What can be done about that? But they're saying right now, they got a big, huge uptick in calls. People already are trying to make appointments for November. A lot of them said, I want to maybe start getting on a regular basis, maybe coming in twice. So can I go like Wednesdays and Fridays, starting maybe the end of October, because they know they can't handle it. They cannot handle it. They will not be able to handle this loss that Biden is going to suffer. Biden's going to lose. Trump's going to win. Trump up, Biden down. We all know it. You know it. I know it. Whoopi knows it. Rosie O'Donnell knows it. They all know. Taylor Swift, hey, you're great. Taylor Swift, you're a billionaire, right? Woo, billionaire. And she sings all over the place, has private jets. She knows it. She knows it too. So are you going to be okay? Are you going to be okay? And what did you do to stop this? I voted for him. Okay, so you did nothing. That's one vote. And people say, every vote counts. Right. But when someone is going to win by a landslide, you got to do a little bit more than that. So I keep telling people in California, a lot of them are pseudo celebrities, or they're in the acting thing, and they'll confront me. Hey, you said that Trump's going to win. I said, oh yeah, he's going to. Well, you said Biden's going to lose. Yeah, he's going to lose. And then, well, what makes you think so? Well, I thought so since 2020. I said in 2020, if Biden and Trump go again, Trump's not losing a second time. No, he's not losing a second time. And I said, if we, at the time we didn't know, are we going to get out of this pandemic? Somebody says a case demic, because I mean case by case. But if we get out of this medical emergency of COVID, it'll be really bad for Biden, because Biden's gonna have to go out there. He's not gonna have the excuse of I'm wearing a mask. The reason you couldn't hear me is I'm wearing a mask. You're wearing a mask, so I'll wear a mask. The reason my rally has 140 people instead of 30,000 is because of COVID. Now when he's getting 140 instead of 30,000, they're like, what's going on? I said, if he has to go out there, and talk to people in person, and they get to see the real Biden, it's gonna be bad. It'll be really, really bad, and it is really, really bad. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do for Joe? What are you going to do for me? Are you going to subscribe? Boop, 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 boop. Today is Subscribing Saturday. I don't know if you knew that. Today is Subscribe Saturday. It's a nationwide holiday started by me right now. Let's all subscribe to this channel. Yeah, and if you're going to, if you want Biden to win, do something. Do something. Do something. I tell people in California that I know here, what are you going to do? I'm going to vote. Okay, you did nothing, and then they get mad at me. Oh yeah, well I can only get one vote. Well, yeah, but you can also maybe use some of that money you're making, take a residual check and sign it over to some campaign. Take an ad in the paper. Hi, my name is whatever your star is, and I think you should vote for Biden. And put an ad that big in the, I don't know, they always call it the Shopper's Times or something. The Crabwell Corners Shopper Times, the Hooterville Press on Goodwill. But Goodwill on Green Acres. You could get out there and make a little ad. You can, by a radio announcement. You could go and if you have some kind of a celebrity pull, go out onto a radio station and say, hey, I call one of these local stations. I'd like to go on there and discuss politics. Oh, okay, come on in. And hey, we're so lucky we have this great movie star named whatever, Puffin Stuff. And Puffin Stuff's going to talk about the fact he wants Biden to win. But it's not my fault. Don't get mad at me. It could be your fault. It's partially your fault. But Biden's losing because of Biden and the Democratic Party. That's why Biden's losing. Biden's going to lose because of those two things. And that's what's happening. So what are you going to do? Nothing? Probably nothing. Take care.